now. Okay. Your sound is working. Okay, I figured that it would just, I think I received a call. So I bet that probably like kicked my audio out and it wouldn't come back on. So I'm happy it's working. Happy you're back. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay, well, I just finished up that bin. I'm gonna start on the next bouquet. I'm gonna grab it real quick. And then we're gonna carry on with this. Let's start off with this one. Okay, here we go. This next one is going to be a 12 by 12 that just came in this morning. Okay, and this one's from the Villages in Florida. So that's interesting. Okay. See, this is much better than the last bouquet. This is some blue hydrangeas. Then we have white roses in here, and they're getting, like I said, a 12 by 12, so I'm going to save a good amount of these flowers. That was stock that I just cut, and some of the stock, it always starts to mold faster than the other flowers, so I want to make sure I get around the gross parts. Much happier than the last one. Yeah, I was happier whenever I opened that box today. I was like, okay, we can work with this. This is perfectly fine. Okay. We got some hydrangeas. Are the flowers poisonous? No, these are just normal wedding flowers. If she had any lilies and stuff in it, then I feel like that can be like dangerous for cats. How much did the respirator cost me? You're asking the wrong person. I did not buy these. This is all Robert's doing, okay? Robert knows all that stuff. Did you end your live because your sound wasn't working? Yes, that's exactly why I ended it. I restarted it, and it sounds like the sound is working again. So, looks like my troubleshooting worked out. You like my shirt? Thank you. How much did Robert cost you? Y'all are killing me, I swear. Okay, I'm also saving some greenery right now. I literally just kind of, I used to be so organized with this stuff. I just kind of grab what I see and then I start cutting away. We have more greenery. It looks like I'm doing the greenery right now, and then I'm going to be just drying the rest of the flowers. Yes, thank you, Brooke, for updating people. Stop, that's hilarious. That's literally what I look like right now. Okay. This is a really pretty hydrangea. Okay. Although this hydrangea is really pretty, there are some gross spots in that I'm going to be taking stuff out. Hi, how are you guys? Why am I wearing the respirator? I'm going to be working with this stuff right here. This is silica. It is silica gel. And it is not good for you to breathe in over long periods of time. So, and I've been doing this for a couple years now, so I definitely need to wear it. Okay. What are you doing? I am currently processing some wedding bouquets that I got in. We're on the second one right now. I still have 2 more after this. And yeah, that's what we're doing today. What does the silica do to the flowers? The silica dries the flowers and it actually allows them to keep their color and their shape super well. So, and then after I dry them in silica, then I end up casting them in resin. So that's like the whole point of this, is to make sure that people can have their wedding flowers and memorial flowers saved forever. This looks like a pharmacy. You guys, I've never been inside a pharmacy where they have like all the stuff on display, really. So it might look like a pharmacy, but it's not. So you take out all the roots. I usually cut most of the stems off of the flowers that I dry, just to make sure I don't like waste the power of the silica, I guess, on the flower stem. And on top of it, we don't really use the stems whenever I do designs. Whenever we design stuff, you only see the tops of the flower, so I don't need this super long stem attached to the bottom. Raina, welcome back. I'm doing great. How about you? There we go. Listen, Raina, I'm sorry Robert's not going to be here today. We usually have Robert, but he is parenting right now. We don't have our sitter to watch Miles, so he's worked this morning, and he didn't go live, of course he didn't. But it is my turn to work now, so no Robert today, just me. Okay, so somebody said that I don't need to wear this while cutting the flowers. I do have the silica out, and I do have the silica residue dust around me, so that's why I'm continuing to wear it, even though I'm not pouring the silica. And I'm going to be doing this like back and forth of cutting flowers and then putting them in silica bins and stuff like that. So with that back and forth, it's like, might as well just wear the mask the entire time. Okay, do you have 2 channels or 2 concurrent live streams going? It's just me. Yeah, Robert is the cool dad today. I know. Miles is so lucky he gets to be in his presence all day while I'm stuck in here. Okay, I think that this is enough. Okay, we'll save that last piece of stock, and that is enough to work with. How long have I been in business? I've been in business since October of 2021. That's actually when I started doing flower preservation. Now, I got my LLC in, I believe, March of 2022. But I've been doing resin stuff for almost 4 years now. Okay. Now, we're going to start putting this stuff in the silica bins. Do you know when you're going to have another live stream? I'm trying to think, because Robert and I are taking turns working. And you guys, tomorrow is my birthday, so I will not be going on live tomorrow. I'm very excited. I might on Thursday. I think Thursday is probably going to be another live stream day, and we might go live while Miles is napping. Which is usually me around like 12. Thank you, guys. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are so kind. Thank you. I read one of your comments and I didn't even like register it with you. Okay, also I'm putting the hydrangeas in first because these are the tallest flowers that I'm working with right now. And then we really bad happen. Oh my gosh, you guys, my Wi-Fi, hold on. Wi-Fi will be better. My Wi-Fi has been trashed the past couple of days. Let me know if it's glitchy or not. It's like really glitchy. I'm so strange. I'm sorry, Emily. Washrooms have been charged up because it's a YouTube issue. I suggest restarting again, y'all. If it's so glitchy. This is like the second time I've had issues. I've only been doing this for like 15 minutes, you guys. It's better now. Okay, thank God. Completely better now. It came back. Thank God. Y'all let me know. I'm literally just... I think if it goes out, I'm probably going to go out. Because I can't handle the IT issues, okay? Oh. Yes, I'm drying flowers, you guys. Nothing crazy going on here. Right now, I'm currently drying this bouquet that came to me from Florida. It arrived to me today. It came from the Villages, if anyone has heard of the Villages. Okay. What do you do after that step? So after I put all of these in the drying bin, then I'm going to put them on my shelf and let them sit in this silica to get all of the moisture out of the greenery and the flowers and stuff like that for almost a month. And then I'll take them out of their bins, and then I will eventually start designing them. I literally have so many to design right now. So that's probably, if I have time to this week, I'm going to design a bunch. Oh, thank you, Emily. I know I have a lot of people that tell me that they wish they would have learned about this like when they got married, but just know that if you do have your flowers and you want them preserved, because sometimes people will air dry them and then they realize that like if you move them around that they will crumble and not stay together. We can still work with previously dried flowers. So just know that you're not SOL, okay? Yeah, we have 2 more after this one. So we're gonna get a different one out, design them after you put the bucket up. Okay, so actually right now, I have, this is like one of my busier days for receiving flowers, so I'm going to take the next box that I have and dry that bouquet. And we're just gonna keep repeating that process. I order now, hopefully it's amazing. Ooh. Can you get silicosis? Yes, you can, and that's why I'm wearing this stuff. So, for all of those that wonder why I'm wearing this, it's because I don't want to get silicosis. You can look it up. It's just not good. Thank you. I wish I had kept them for a couple of years. You know, also we do bouquet recreations too. So, just know, we can always contact a florist and recreate your flowers. I'm going to be drying flowers. Brooke will fill you guys in. I am from Chattanooga. And yeah, that's the reason for the respirator. Bingo. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, literally, I am on YouTube. If you guys haven't checked out my video that we just posted, feel free to watch it. Took us a minute to make it, not gonna lie, but yeah, make sure that you check it out. Oh, that's so cool that you're born and raised in Nashville. We love Nashville. I was born in Nashville as well. I told my sister about your Popsy bouquet. She's a wedding photographer and dries flowers from her garden. Make wreaths. That's really cool. I love that. Okay, the bouquet that I'm working on right now, let me show you guys. This is what it looks like. Okay. This person's getting our tulip package, which our tulip package is an 8x8 and a ring holder. And yeah. Why am I wearing this to cut the flowers? It is because I'm going to be working with this open bin of silica right here. I don't want to breathe it in. So that's why I'm wearing it. You know, it's more of a hassle to get this thing on and off all the freaking time. Okay, so we have ranunculus right here. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Then we have some roses. Now for roses like this, you can see some of the edges are not as nice. I'll take those petals off. Okay. I will not save this one. That one's just too drab. Okay. This is a field forget-me-not. And look at this, you guys. It is the craziest thing. Whenever you cut into it, it's not. Like, it just bleeds, like, white. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't understand that, but that's that flower. And then we have Veronica right here. This one doesn't dry, like, the way that I would love for it to. But we still process them. You should release some flower coloring books. I thought it was like the stuff. Oh yeah, it is like the stuff inside of milkweeds. I didn't even think about that, but that's exactly what it's like. Nova, look at you. No one's stuff. Okay, four tulip packages. I really only need about 5 or 6 flowers, big roses saved, because the block's only so big. So I'm trying to pick out the nicest ones. Yeah, I think that these will be good. I don't need these 3. Oh, and I just saw what this was, and I can't remember the name of it, but I've been seeing this a lot more lately. Okay. I like this stuff. I think that's great for, like, posters and whatnot. Okay, this is some Lizanthias. You guys know we see this a lot. You keep the ends of the flowers or throw them away. I throw them away. And any flower that is not in good condition, or the flowers that I just don't need for the order, I will also toss those too. I do let people know ahead of time that whatever stuff they send to me, it will be preserved. Like, I'm going to only use the stuff that I need to preserve it with. So if they want to save some additional flowers and keep them themselves, then they have to do that prior to shipping their bouquet to me. I'm not going to be shipping back flowers that are not casted in something. Okay. And genuinely, I think that we're getting kind of close to the stopping point of cutting flowers for this order. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try and find a little bit more greenery to cut up. And then we're going to start drying these. I still want to save this one. This one's a really nice Field Forget-Me-Not. That's really nice. Where's your business at? Maybe I'll come by. Make one. So, we are in Chattanooga, Tennessee. But people ship to us all over the place. These flowers, oh God, let me see what these came from. I have no idea where these came from. I have to look. Yes, it is all online. What's the biggest order we've had? We get primrose packages. I've had somebody get a primrose, which is a 12 by 12, 4 coaster or 6 coasters, a ring holder, a 4 by 4, and they also added on a clear tray to that as well. But we also get people that get hyacinth, or people, it just really depends. But that's probably one of the bigger orders that we've had. Okay, let me get this out. I lose this pin. Okay, there we go. Let's see. We're getting a 2.5 inch. Maybe 7. 1. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so we got some white roses. Can you ship a bouquet? Yeah, you can ship a bouquet to us. We do not care what type of event it was for. It could just be flowers you really like. But if you want them preserved, we can preserve them for you. And I think it's really fun because you could potentially watch us dry them on live, which I think is kind of cool. Yeah, you can use that. That's what we mainly use this stuff as, and that's what I'll tell people too, because sometimes people want to use our trays for like serving purposes, but the whole purpose of this is to use as decor. So, of course, it's also to save like the memory of the day. But where to? Go to my website. It's wildflowerpreservation.com. You can place your order on there. You can ship your stuff to us. Find all the shipping instructions listed on there as well. And yeah. But make sure that you place your order before shipping your flowers to us, or else we won't know how to dry them properly. Because occasionally we've had that happen. Yeah, no problem. Hi, Che. What am I doing? I am drying someone's wedding bouquet that they shipped to me. That is what I am doing. Got that layer done. This is not Walter White stuff, you guys. This is flower preservation. That is silica. You're right, Brooke. Okay, we are almost done with this. Perfect. Okay. After this layer, then we'll be done with that, and I'll show you guys what the next bouquet looks like. Is it 2 or just 1? This one is just one bin that we're working on. This is just for one bouquet as well. flowers or just one? Wildflower. Wildflower is WILDFLOWERS, and then PR, if you're asking for the website, PRES as ERBATION. It's just the full name typed out. Just no spaces. Do I listen to Billie Eilish? Occasionally. Actually, we are listening to that radio right now. That's funny that you asked that. Can you show us the finished product? I will. Really quick. Let me put this bouquet away, and I'll show you a finished product. And then I'll show you guys what that bouquet looks like too. Oh! This is what our bookends look like. Okay, so they're two separate pieces. Also, Callie, if you go to my YouTube channel, it's in the description. Hey, serious? Oh my gosh. We have not seen you in forever. Brooke and I were concerned, okay? Isn't that pretty? Okay, so you can kind of see. It's like three-dimensional, but these are someone's actual wedding flowers. Those are so pretty. We have white ranunculus, some blush flowers in there, stop white roses. So pretty. Thank you. Are you in the kitchen? No, I'm in the resin room. That's where I am. Oh, okay. Is that with or without color correction? We don't do color correction. So that is actually what the flowers look like. All of our products, whenever they come out, that's just the natural color of the flower. How are you today? It's beautiful. I am so great. I am so happy that you're here. I'm going to tell Robert that you're here. And he's going to be like, are you kidding me? Okay, this is a tray that we've made. Oh my gosh, you guys can see the light. I'm so sorry. You can kind of see this one has gold leaf in it, but that one turned out so pretty. I love this tray. How do you make this? We use it with resin. We dry the flowers, and that's what I've been doing this morning. Okay. And then, yeah, we cast it in resin. So that is how we do that. Someone said, it's amazing. Thank you. That's so sweet. How much does it cost too? So the tray, I believe, is $5.50. It's one of our more expensive items, I guess. Great color combination. That's not me though. Let me tell you what, that was all that florist. So we have this bouquet that we're going to be working on next. This one came in today. Very pretty. Okay. Are you helping your family? You just want to do it. Technically, I'm doing this as my own business. And Nova, we're training somebody right now because we're going to be going on vacation soon. So, we need to make sure that our flowers get dried while we're gone. Okay. This girl sent a bunch of flowers. Like a ton. So much that we won't even need all of these. I promise you. Yeah? Okay? There's still more. There's still more. Hi from the UK. Well, hello. What's the mask for? Why am I wearing the mask? I have to use the mask while I work with Silica, so. Okay. These, I believe, are from Massachusetts. This is a lot of flowers. This girl is getting 4 4x4s and an arch. We do not need this amount of flowers for this. I'm happy she sent more than less, though. I always tell people send more than less. Yeah, art, it's a constant. Just know, you can go back and watch all my other lives. It is constantly like that. Why the mask? Why not? Did we just get back from vacation like 2 or 3 weeks ago? Yes, we went to Disney and we got back. But this trip that we're going to be doing soon is for, it's like a memorial. Robert's grandfather passed away last year, and so we are going to be going out to their house. And we're going to be in Maui, which is exciting. But we're going to be going out there and we're going to be doing a memorial service out there for him. Thank you, Sirius. You let them know. You tell them. There we go. Right, okay. Thank you, I know. It was really unexpected. It was really sad. I think it's better that we waited a year process, but we are finally going out there to do that. So, yeah. It's something that we do have to prepare for whenever it comes to travel, because we do get flowers while we're gone. So, it is very important. Okay. We're going to start on the main bouquet. Okay. It is very expensive. I'm sorry, Callie. That is one kind of troublesome. You know, that's typically like the price of resin. Resin's so expensive. It will hurt your feelings, let me tell you what. But you can support me, though. If you just subscribe and just like my videos and stuff, that's support, okay? And we love to see it. We have one of these. I'm going to ask Robert real quick if he can, if there's more. Well, I do support, so I hope that helps. It does help. Honestly, make sure you watch my YouTube video if you haven't already. And then share it with your friends and talk about it, because how is anybody else going to hear about us other than popping up on For You pages and people talking about it, okay? Your Discover channel, Discover page. I am going to see if Robert can see if there's any more orders that I need to have in here that we're going to have to dry. I'm sure there are, because I just saw FedEx go by, which is thrilling. Pause for a minute. Okay. Here we go. What time? It's 1 o'clock. Oh my gosh. I swear. We want to see him. I know. As soon as he lays Miles down for a nap, serious, I'm getting him out here so he can see you. But I'm surprised he hasn't laid him down for a nap yet. It's 1 o'clock. What is Silica? He is with the child. He is with the child. The Silica is this stuff right here. And that dries the flowers. Okay, let me get this petal out. Okay, here's one of those roses. Yes, it's like the little packets that you will get, like whenever you get shoes or something. That's what's in there. But this is just a lot of it. This is a garden rose. okay? Which looks a little more different from this rose, but these are both roses. It's important whenever I dry these to try and fluff up the petals while I'm doing it, or else it will literally dry flat, and we don't want it to dry flat. Yuck. This girl is getting, I already said what she's getting, an arch for 4x4s. I bet you honestly that we can get all of that done from this one bouquet, but I'll still go through the other one and see if I can find nicer flowers to dry, and then we'll use that. Do the flowers stay the same for years? Yes, so we'll dry it. Once it casts in resin, the flower color does not change. So that's the nice thing. I know when people do like pressing and stuff like that, just like exposure to air can like change the color of the flower. So obviously having it in resin keeps that oxidation, I think that's what it's called, process. It's going to halt that process. Thank you so much, Callie, for liking all those videos and subscribing. I always appreciate that so much. Share the YouTube video. We put some work into it. I knew it wasn't going to pop off just because it was our first video, but we'll have some more videos coming along. I think we're going to record another one next week. So then hopefully we can get another video out before we leave for our trip. Look, white flowers go yellow. So, I'm happy you mentioned that. White flowers do kind of go yellow, but it depends on the flower, because roses will kind of go yellow, but white ranunculus doesn't really go yellow. But yes, some flowers like, oh, and like lizanthias, this will pretty much stay, it might turn a little bit, but for the most part, it will stay whiter than like a rose. But it is a good thing to note. I do prefer bouquets that are super colorful. They usually stay super colorful in the resin, which is why they're like my favorite. Thank you so much, Olivia. I appreciate that. Listen, I love chatting with you guys, okay? Y'all are fun. Okay. I don't know what's in the little packets for beef jerky. I really hope it's not silica. It's very possible it could be. Who knows? Who knows? Air mask when cutting flowers. I was just pouring silica, and you guys, I'm using like fresh silica, so it gets extra dusty in here, which is why I'm wearing this, and I'm about to have to use it yet again. So, I'm just going to keep the mask on. So now, I'm not sure if you guys can see, I have some of the flowers from this order on this side of the table. I'm going to be going through those. I bet you good money with the size of these flowers, and she has an invitation she wants me to put in the block. This is probably going to be the most flowers I can fit in the arch on the top and maybe the bottom, so I'll only need 3 of those. But we have, like I said, 4 4x4s, so I'll need a few more flowers for that. This is a white rose. Okay. Smell bug, smell good. Seems better than ever. You have a website I'm interested? Yes, it's wildflowerpreservation.com. It's just my name.com. That's what it is. I usually have it in my description box. I did not this time because my sound went out and I just restarted a different live. But you should be able to find it on my YouTube channel. I do have it listed in my bio, if you wanted to make it a little simpler. But if you just want to type it out, it's Wildflower Preservation. And you guys, make sure you follow me on other platforms, okay? I'm also on TikTok and Instagram, and obviously YouTube. Yes, true. Ryan did start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning. Raina, aren't you happy that Sirius is back? Robert was saying that you're super busy, Sirius. What was going on? Were you just working a bunch? What did I miss, Ryan? He missed so much. Serious, you missed so much. Not really. I feel like, honestly, we've had pretty chill days. I mean, we've been getting a bunch of orders, so you've been missing out on a bunch of flower drying. But it's pretty much the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Oh, but you did miss Robert doing a resin pour. Actually, I did a resin pour, and then Robert got me lunch last week, which is so nice. Much work, and now I had a small accident tomorrow hospital as a oh no, what happened? Oh my god, I'm concerned. Hopefully not too serious. And I wasn't using that as a joke for your name, genuinely. I'll write you more private. Well, hopefully you're okay. I'll tell Robert to look out for it. Okay, that first bouquet has been cut. What kind of flowers? We're working with a bunch of different types of flowers. We have some normal roses. We have garden roses. This is blue thistle. Okay, I like blue thistle. We have baby's breath, spray roses, lizanthias, different, okay? And that's pretty much what this bouquet is made up of. Okay. There we go. Oh, and then we also have ranunculus. I forgot to mention we do have ranunculus. Oh my gosh, you can't feel or use your left arm. Maybe you should go to the doctor today instead of tomorrow. Listen, I've watched enough Grey's Anatomy to know that that's not good. Thank you, Brooke. See, this is my problem with ranunculus sometimes, is that sometimes those petals just don't want to stay on. But yes, I'm about to start using the Silica again. I guess I could have honestly taken a break from this last time, or from this bouquet. From the last bouquet to this bouquet, you guys know what I mean. But I don't want to. Okay, what is silica? Silica is the stuff that I'm using to dry out these flowers, because we're going to be putting them in resin later on, in a couple of months from now, so we're going to have to dry them first, because if you place fresh flowers in resin, they're going to mold. You love my voice, thank you. I already told a funny story before, but I'll tell it again. Robert and I knew each other in high school, right? Okay. And we texted each other and we were like talking, right? But we never actually went out and never talked to each other in person. And then we finally like set up a date to go on. And so we went on a date, and then like after our date, like everything went so great, amazing. Later on while we were dating, he was like, yeah, I didn't expect your voice to be so low. What is that supposed to mean? I was literally like, I feel like I'm offended. Genuinely. Low-key offended. But it's okay now. Now he's used to my voice. And its depth, I guess. Okay. Okay, did you go out with in his high school or after Robert? Okay, do you go out and after Robert? Oh, so Robert and I like talked in high school. He was a junior, I was a freshman. Yes. But we didn't actually date in high school. We only had one class together, and then we never had class together again since he was an upperclassman and I was a lowerclassman. But my sister dated one of the guys on the soccer team, and Robert was also on the soccer team, so I would see him at soccer games occasionally. And you guys already know that at one point when we were talking, our mutual friend that kind of like gave me his number and like set us up a little bit, she was like, Robert, come here. And he looked at me and looked at her and went, nope, and walked away. And I could have died right then on the spot. I was like, oh, he hates me. So I thought he was just the worst. I was like, gross. But then it was all fine. Years later. Okay, Abby asked, do we have any kids and do we have any pets? We have one kid and we have 6 pets. Yeah, you can process that because I'm still processing it as well. How many years later? Okay, so it was like me going into my senior year. I messaged Robert because I saw him at a Chili's out of all places, and I texted him and I was like, hey, how are you? And he responded with, who is this? And I was like, so he deleted my number. Okay, perfect. Strike number 2. And then I told him who I was, and then he was like, oh, we should go out. And so we ended up going out on a date. But it was like, I guess that makes it 2, almost 3 years later. So we've been inseparable since. And we've been together for 10 years now. So are you married to him? Yes. We got married back in 2021. Post-pandemic, you guys. You guys are such a great team. Thank you. Honestly, he's my best friend. So I appreciate that. I'm happy he works with me. Oh my gosh, we were just talking last night how we couldn't work without each other, genuinely. Yeah, no problem. Okay. I feel like this is honestly plenty for this order. I'm going to keep these right here, just in case if I feel like I need more. But we're going to go ahead and move these over into these bins. And yeah, let's get them dried. Let's get that started. You should do a big giveaway. I've actually done a couple of giveaways. I did one with a local wedding venue here that I actually got married at. They wanted me to do a giveaway with them. And then I do occasionally, I think once a year, we donate our products to a person that's like in need. So like the first year that we did that, it was for a couple where one of the it was like one of the brides had cancer. So they were having like a really fast wedding because they wanted to get married before like she started going downhill. So I ended up preserving their flowers, and then I just did a free order for this woman who lost her daughter in a horrible, tragic event. So I try and do that at least once a year, I feel like. Okay. And honestly, I think I'm just going to use a fresh one for this order. Thank you so much. That's so sweet, AJ. I appreciate that. Okay, I remember seeing that video you did. I think it was mom that lost her 2-year-old daughter. Yes, it was a mom that lost her 2-year-old daughter. She did not expect it coming, as no parent typically does. And her friend reached out to me on TikTok, and they sent out the flowers, and I actually will be designing those flowers probably in the next week or so. Okay. Is it just you working at the company? It's me and my husband. So we are a power duo for this stuff. Can you chat one-on-one on YouTube? I don't know. I don't know if you can. But listen, if I can, I got a lineup of people that would probably want to chat one-on-one. We got Sirius, we got Brooke, we got Raina, we got Nova. Okay. As you guys can see, right now, I'm loading this whole bottom layer of the bin with these roses. We're going to stack more roses on top, and then we're going to finish everything off with greenery. Best way to do it. Themes or something. So the stuff that I'm working with is silica gel, and the particles that can come off of it is not good for you to breathe. You can get this thing called silicosis, which is just really bad for your lung health. So that's why I wear the mask. Especially, and Robert is a big stickler for this stuff. He is like, wear the mask. Not wear the mask. The community is growing. Awesome, I know. It is. But just know, Sirius, that you're like a day one community member. And so are you, Brooke. Okay, next I'm going to be working with these garden roses and ranunculus. And then it looks like we also have some lizanthias to pop in here too. Okay, get it in there. Robert is right. Do you love your job? I love my job. That's why I keep doing it. If I did not like my job, I would have quit sooner. But I love it. I love all that it brings with... What's my favorite flower? Mine is butterfly ranunculus and peonies. I think peonies are probably the number one, but definitely butterfly ranunculus. What's y'all's? I want to know. Olivia, I'm so happy that you would want to have one of these. We can always do it for you. Come on, guys. I want to know, do you guys have any favorite flowers? Do you guys have any favorite flowers that were featured in this bouquet? Leave it down in the comments. Hydrangeas. Actually, I'm not sure if you saw the hydrangeas that we just worked on, but those are really pretty. I love roses and hydrangeas. A classic, honestly. Do you have a specific color, rose or hydrangea? Because there's so many different variations. I think, like, my favorite hydrangea, I've seen some pink hydrangeas, and I think those are pretty, but I think the blue always stands out. Love sunflowers. Listen, I hate to burst your bubble. I have a love-hate relationship with sunflowers. They stress me out for drying. If they weren't a pain to dry, I would like them more. Roses. I love blue or white hydrangeas. Purple or white roses. Or, hydrangeas. Oh, I don't think I've seen a purple hydrangea. I feel like I need to. Now I need to. Sunflower, green is beautiful. Oh, okay, you know what? Seriously, you reminded me. Green is, like, probably my favorite hydrangea. I forgot about those, but they are so pretty. Poppies. Oh, my gosh. Don't even get me started on poppies. Poppies are really pretty. I had a bouquet yesterday that I dried that had poppies in it. It was so sad that poppies did not survive. They're just a really dainty flower, so they have a harder time in shipping. So I'm going to try and order some and dry them and have them in my personal stock for whenever I do get poppies in orders. But I see more poppies in fall, surprisingly enough. I love all plants. Okay, I would say I love all plants. There are some that I'm just like, ooh. I'm just not, I'm picky when it comes to stuff. Red roses, like the enchanted ones from Beauty and the Beast. Yep. They're classic, Olivia. I get it. They're so pretty. I think that those dry super nice too. They keep their shape super well. So I like seeing those. Got some. I have some silica powder actually. That's what I'm working with right now. Calla lilies, do they dry nice? Not really. Lilies, calla lilies, they can. I like colored lilies. Like I've worked with purple calla lilies before, and they do better than white calla lilies. But white calla lilies pretty much dry more yellow than they do white. So, but I actually, you know what? I'll show you a block that has a calla lily in it. After I'm done putting this stuff away, so you can see what they actually look like, and you can kind of see like where I am. And also they are really hard to place because they are like a flower that you have to lay on its side and it can like turn, and it's just, it's a hassle. It's a hassle to say least. When you preserve flowers, you lose the smell. Yes. Honestly, it's probably a better thing too, because some of these flowers come in smelling horrendous. As much as I wish that they smelled good, they don't smell good. It's about 6 months. Yeah, so to get them from start to finish for us, now this could be different for people that have a smaller business themselves. Just with the amount that we're working with, we're rocking with about 6 to 7 months to get your stuff dried, casted, and sent back to you. We're trying to catch up, but I will say we are catching up on some of the resin stuff. We have some orders that we received back in April being started, which is really great. But then we also have some orders that are from like January being started as well. So it is just a weird time for us. Why would you preserve flowers? Now, people, it's just a personal choice. But some people like to have their flowers preserved because they want to be, I mean, for your wedding, you spend thousands of dollars on flowers. And if you can have that part of your day preserved and saved, I don't know. I think it's a cool thing to have where you can look back on it. But then also I've had people contact me that air dried their flowers and they're like, wait, they're falling apart now. This helps keep them from falling apart. Wait, are you making wedding flowers? No, I'm drying them actually. Okay. This bin is done. This is this girl's invitation that she sent me. I'm just going to lay it on top of this bin. It stays with the order. We're done with that. Ooh. Okay. And then we're going to see. Let me put this on up. And then I'll show you guys what the calla lilies look like. Oof. Okay. You gotta love that mask line. It's perfect. Okay, here we go. This is one of our orders that has some purple calla lilies in it. And that's pretty much what her whole bouquet consisted of. She had a few, she had some purple stock. And then that one flower, and I cannot remember the name of it, but it looks like some form of a lily in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, originally I had it just be full of calla lilies, and I thought it looked really pretty, but she wanted to include her invitation after she saw the design. So she sent her her invitation in, and then I just redesigned it all. Can I try any flower? For the most part, yes. I said the tropical flowers have a harder time trying, but oh, I can't dry succulents, but that's more of a plant than it is a flower. So, but cannot dry succulents. Okay. Here we go. Now we can actually see it outside of its mold. Isn't that kind of cool? It was the mold. Yeah, no, the blue thing was the mold. So I just took that one out. I have another one to take out too. But that's what our molds look like whenever we place them in there. Okay, so then we do a very thin layer, and then we keep pouring layers on the side, and you can see kind of in here that those are the layers that we do. Each one of those lines. But like if you hold it in a certain way, you don't see it. But then when you turn it, you can kind of see it, which I think is cool. Okay, if you were married years ago, can you get flowers that were in the bouquet to recreate it? Yes, I've had people actually email me. They'll send me photos of what their bouquet looks like, and then I'll contact a florist that I work with, and she will help me get those flowers ordered at a discounted rate. Usually it's about max $100 to do that, depending on what you're wanting to get. And sometimes if I have some in my personal stock, then it will save you money doing that too. So there's that one. What would happen if you poured it all at once? So the resin that we work with is not a thick pouring resin. We can only pour up to 1 inch at a time. You can get stuff that's more for deep pours, which you can pour up to like 3 inches at a time. But the problem is that flowers are like ice cubes, kind of, when it comes to resin. And resin is like water. So whenever you put ice cubes in water, they float to the very top. So we like doing thin pours, one, to keep the flowers in place, but then also the resin heats up, causes it's a chemical reaction that makes it hard, and I don't want the flowers to burn. So you don't want to do deep pour resin. At least I don't want to, because I don't want to risk the flowers burning. And once things are placed for deep pour resin, it takes like 3 days for that stuff to cure. Whereas our thinner resin that we pour, what's it called? It cures in 24 hours. Thank you, Dayla. That's so sweet. I wish I had one of my dog's ashes. I miss him so much. Would do anything to have him back. I'm so sorry about Chevy. I have had people ask about memorial stuff. We've had, like, we preserve like prayer cards and flowers. I haven't worked with ashes yet. I think at some point we might. I've seen a lot of people do like jewelry though, so I think that's really cool. Our resin man can handle all he can. I'm gonna put this one up. I'll show you guys another one that I'll take out, because some of these have got to get shipped out this week. Okay, it's in its mold. Okay, and these molds are from AAJ Molds. She literally has the best silicone molds out there. I love her stuff. All silicone molds, like, eventually they start to wear down, but these last fairly well, and they're really sturdy, durable, they hold their shape. Love her stuff. Okay. There we go. I love taking stuff out of silicone molds versus our HDPE. It's a quieter process. Okay, here we go. And then here's this one. Wait, did you get your nails done? I did get them done this past week. Before they were like a reddish color, but you guys, like I said, my birthday is tomorrow. I want my nails to look good, okay? Have I ever broken one taking it out? No. Actually, you know what? A ring holder, yes. The very tip of the ring holder broke off, and I had to remake one. But that is the only thing that's ever broken. These things are really like, they're durable, okay? They can take the hits. That's why it's really great to have your flowers casted in this, because literally if you drop this, it probably won't even scuff. That's how crazy this stuff is. But this is this person's invitation. This one was back in, let's see. Yeah, this was a December order. I think this one turned out really nice. Do you ship out of the US? I'm in the UK. So we have had like orders from Australia before. So yes, we can. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was going for more of a classy look this time. I think I'm gonna do something crazy next time though. Cancer. Yes, I am a Cancer. When I'm dead, I hope you could do some nice scrapes. And that could be cool. Serious, you're not gonna die, okay? I hope you don't, but put it in your will, and I will turn, I've had people say that these look like tombstones, and I can turn yours into a tombstone. That would be really cool. Okay, where do you ship from? I ship from out of the US, but we actually had an order just come in from Canada too. So I say if you have fresh flowers, I would dry them on your own if you're out of the US, and then ship them to me. Or we can also do a bouquet recreation and then ship it out to you, but we can ship out of the US. Oh, that's so exciting, Nova. How big are the molds? Can you make things that are bigger? How big do the molds get? So with the silicone ones, that's probably the biggest one that we personally have. But our HDPE molds, I can't even remember what size that one is. I can't even remember the largest size. I have to ask Robert. But look at our hyacinth frame, and then you'll see that's our biggest mold that we have. That was a custom mold that we had made from Moldy. They're really great. How heavy are they? This is probably like 5 or 6 pounds, maybe 6 pounds, maybe 8. I feel like this one's like 6 to 8 pounds. Opinion on tulips. Tulips are great. Tulips are challenging to ship and get to me in good condition and dry, but whenever they do, they look really pretty. Also, Frank, if you want to see some tulips that are in one of our products, watch our latest YouTube video. It has tulips are featured in there. We have like some yellow and some pink ones that I personally dried and placed myself. How much do they cost? I think this is like $4.50, I think. Anyway. You guys have had such great questions, and I appreciate this so much. But I do, 1, need to have lunch, and 2, I need to see if I have more flowers to dry, and then I need to start designing. So I'm probably gonna hop off here, but I think that I will be back on Thursday. I'm gonna see if Robert and I can do a joint live on Thursday. I think that would be nice. You know what flowers I want on my grave? You know what I want on my grave? See, listen, I don't even know what flowers I want. I want peonies. That's what I want. I do preserve lavender. Lavender can change colors in the resin. It won't really stay purple, but it looks cool. What do I sell? I sell flowers that are preserved in resin. So make sure you check out my channel, Destiny. You can see all the things that we sell. Shane, that's so sweet. Have a terrific Tuesday, everybody. I agree. No go live tomorrow. I can't. It's gonna be my birthday. I'm gonna be too busy. I'm gonna be doing too many busy birthday things, okay? See you next stream. Yes, serious? Okay. You guys, I'm gonna be trying to do my next live stream on Thursday, probably around 12:30, I guess. Probably 12, maybe earlier, but with me and Robert, I'm aiming for 12:30 or 1 on Thursday. So make sure that you join that. And if you have any more questions, like Caroline asking if we have crazy stories, yes, I do. So make sure to ask those questions, and I can explain all of those things. But I will see you guys Thursday. And thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Okay, bye.